Good morning, Pastor Mike at Central Lutheran Church, Wichita, Kansas. It's been a most unusual spring around here. It's been cool and wet. Here we are at the end of May and Diana and I have yet to turn on the air conditioner. The trees in my yard have produced an abundance of seeds like I have not seen in many years. The cottonwood trees are loaded with cotton packets. Oh, joy! The cold March and April was not good for seed germination. I have a lousy carrot crop this year. The cool, damp weather has not been good for the summer plants that like warm soil. The tomatoes seem to be stagnant in growth. The squash is slow to grow. Okra seeds won't even germinate. It's still too cool. What has flourished in this weather is my spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. These are all growing large plants, which usually translates into large heads. This leads me to the fourth principle of gardening I want to talk about today. Rain is not something you should always come out of. I remember splashing around in puddles as a child, and I find it amusing to watch the small children in our cul-de-sac splash around in puddles wearing their little rain boots. In Arkansas, I was always barefoot. We didn't own rain boots. If you had to go through water, you took your shoes and socks off and carried them as you waded through the water. It seems the mother gene has this thing about children playing in the rain. My mother was forever calling me to get out of the rain, sometimes following it with the exhortation to get in the house and take your Saturday night bath. Dad usually didn't interfere with Mom's child rearing practices, but one time I remember Dad said, "Rain is not something you should always have to come out of." Rain is, after all, the elixir of life. Plants need it to flourish and grow. And in Kansas, we spend much more time hoping for rain than wishing it would stop. Part of our growing up is, by definition, knowing when to come out of the rain. Anthropologist Clifford Geertz divides common sense opinion into two parts. One, the knowledge that rain makes us wet, and two, the sense that wetness is unwelcome. The older we get, the more mature we become, the more the second part of that common sense equation gets set in concrete. Childish behavior scorns the elements. Good and proper adultish behavior takes shelter. In our adultish ways of thinking, rain is a hurting symbol. Into everyone's life, so it is said, some rain, meaning hurt, must fall. Rain messes us up. Rain ruins our respectability. Rain makes our hair look bad. The mixture of rain and hairspray is not a good look. Drunk on respectability, we come not to like singing in the rain. Besides, the terminal velocity of a raindrop is 22 miles an hour. And doesn't it always seem that when it rains, it pours? In the wonderful words of Jules Renard, there are moments when everything turns out right. Don't be alarmed, they pass. Rain has even been made into a curse, as in the Birch Sisters country song, "Every time you go outside, I hope it rains." Life is an unequal and unpredictable mixture of sunshine and rain. Without moisture, blossoms don't bloom. No rain, no growth. All sunshine turns life into a desert, and when we always come out of the rain, our lives fail to bear fruit. There's something therapeutic for adults who can relearn to play in the rain. If you can let go of all those inhibitions that pile up with respectability, playing in the rain can be cathartic. Good soul gardeners know what grows best in sunlight and what grows best in shade and rain. Disciples of Jesus must learn to stand the rain if the gospel is going to get outdoors where the people are. Churches where Jesus lives don't stay indoors in comfort zones protected from the storms of the world. Indeed, communities of faith must be willing to enter the danger zones, the unsafe, unproven, out of control places where the social lepers and outsiders and voiceless live. Author Alice Caldwell Rice writes, "Ain't no use putting up your umbrella till it rains." Too many people are going around with umbrellas unfurled, living as if it were raining all the time, even when the sun is shining. They live as if a rain cloud were always above them. Have you ever wondered if it is better to run through a downpour or walk? Ever had that debate with your spouse or a friend? Which method gets you less wet? A physicist in the European Journal of Physics studied this question, and from his experience and resulting fact-finding, he developed a strategy to get one through a downpour in as dry a state as possible. First, he says, keep moving. In fact, run as fast as you are able. The physicist says the worst thing you can do is stop. When the rain hits you, don't let it slow you down. In fact, pick up your speed. The less time you spend in the rain, the drier you will stay. You do not smash into more raindrops by running. Time exposed to rain is most important. Second, he says, lean forward in the direction you want to go. Rain is no time for indecision, vacillation, or soul searching. Save those activities for sunny days. The further you lean forward, the less wet you get. The number of drops hitting you from above won't change, but the number of drops hitting you in the face from the front will, as you diminish the surface area exposed to the rain. Third, he says, be flexible enough to make adjustments on the run, depending on which way the wind is blowing. If the storm is coming at you from the front, no adjustments are needed. But if the storm is coming at you from behind, be prepared to make adjustments in speed. Too fast, and you are catching up and smashing into raindrops. Too slow, and you are letting more drops hit you than needed. So how might this strategy be applied to dealing with the downpours that inevitably come into our lives? Something to think about. May God bless your day, and take the time to do a little singing in the rain.